morning, sweetheart. Yeah, I got for you another interesting watch from the company that is supposed to be less known nowadays, especially if you compare it how popular it was, for example, in the 50s. And it shouldn't be like that, because this company had a lot of innovations that were milestones for a whole watch making industry. So I just want to talk today a little bit more about this history and present you with a couple of fun facts about Wyler Vetta, because this is the company that produced this watch. Maybe you find it interesting as I am. Only a few words about the watch. As you can see, it's very interesting itself. You can see some resemblance to Zenith watches and Rolex, because this company even work very close with Mondia, with Zenith. So this is a Italian company producing Swiss-made watches. So you could find some similarities to more famous, especially nowadays, brands. And almost everything about this watch I really like. This watch is for somebody with a little bit smaller wrists. It's 39.5 millimeters without the crown. So it isn't big, but it wears really good. It has highly domed crystal. Crystal is probably mineral. I didn't check it, but from the light distortion I can tell that it is a mineral. And the watch itself features popular automatic Swiss chronograph Valjoux 7750. Honestly, I like this watch very much. I would never think about selling it, but for me personally it have a little bit of downside, as the bracelet, this is a genuine bracelet from this watch, it doesn't fit my wrist perfectly. So when I take out one link, it is too tight, and with those number of links like now, it is too loose. So I can fit it perfectly, and for somebody who have many watches, this perfect fit is important. So probably I will part with this watch at some point of time. But I have really no complaints, and this is a great watch, especially considering the value of it, because you probably won't get much more than 600 euros for it. This will be like a top dollar for it, top euro for it rather, but it wears like a more expensive watch than this price. This is really a very impressive piece. Maybe it could be a little bit bigger, like something like 41. It will be really impossible to beat the price for this watch. For somebody can consider it a bit small with this 39.5 millimeters, but I can assure you that thanks to this highly domed sapphire crystal, it wears maybe a little bit bigger, and this is a extremely well made and great looking watch. Here you have a close-up of the dial. Maybe it will be more visible how beautiful is this silver color sunburst dial. Here you also have a quick view of the sides of the watch. You can see how highly domed and impressive is the crystal also. You can see how the bracelet is made with brushed this part on the edges and polished in the middle, butterfly type clasp, and really nice design of the bracelet, very comfortable. As I said, only downside, this is not for my wrist by a half centimeter maybe, and really I am sure that I will never solve this watch if it not for that, but we'll see. This is a really great value for the price. Okay, so to present some facts about this company. This company was founded in 1896 by Paul Wyler, and from the beginning it have a very innovative imprint in it. Most famous innovations was Incaflex. Incaflex, it was invented in 1927 by Paul Wyler, and this was like resistant and robust balance wheel. So it was really an important milestone, because before that the balance wheel was very delicate and fragile, so watches weren't really a daily wear because they too fragile to wear them daily. And thanks to this invention, you can have a daily watch, durable, robust, and still very reliable. So this is really important thing, and the company was really proud of this innovation, and they put this information about the Incaflex system on almost all of their watches. Probably you have this also somewhere here on the back. I will show you the back. As you can see, information about the Incaflex is on the back of the case. So this was really a milestone for the company and for the whole watch industry. Later in 1932, they invented first sealed watch case. That was thanks to that the watches were water resistant. In 1934, they were a sponsor of Italian National Football League, or Soccer League for those of you that living in the United States. And even during the World Cup, Football World Cup in 1934 and 1938, Italian football players wear Wyler watches even during the matches to prove their extreme resistance and durability. So it was really interesting that not only they sponsored Italian football team, but they were wearing the watches during the matches. So almost impossible nowadays, but very interesting fun fact. In 1935, they even invented their own self-winding system. I'm not sure, but probably they didn't. They weren't the only ones that invent this kind of thing, but they do it on their own, and so kudos to them for that. It was really showing us how this company operated. In 1950s, this was really one of the top watch companies in the world, and many celebrities from the 50s were Wyler Vetta watches. In 1956, this was very interesting experiment to prove the durability of Incaflex, and the cases, the watches overall, they threw a Wyler Vetta watch from Eiffel Tower in Paris. So they threw it from over 300 meters, and there was some of course everything was recorded with many eyewitnesses. So it proved that watch that fall from over 300 meters was working perfectly. So this was really great experiment, and really big day for the company. 6 years later, they even repeat this experiment and threw it from a Seat tower, so over 200 meters above the ground. So, and the experiment proved it once again that Wyler Vetta watches are really durable, and the watch worked perfectly. Later, there was a little bit of dark ages, worst period in time for this company. It was a little bit forgotten, I would say. Of course, they operated, they never stopped producing watches, but they weren't that popular. Their popularity a little bit increased in the 90s when they hired a couple of celebrities like Marco Tardelli or Richard Gere were the ambassadors of this brand, and they were wearing Wyler Vetta watches. Okay, so this is a couple of fun facts, and still you can see this is doing those fun facts, this really interesting watch from Wyler Vetta. Okay, so that's probably it. I will show you last thing. Watches of course can be wind manually, like every Valjoux 7750. Sign crown is a screw type, screw down type, and I will show you how the chronograph operates. It won't be anything new for somebody who seen how Valjoux 7750 operates, but it is always nice to see some nicely moving sweeping chronograph hand. And I also want to tell you that the watch is from 2001, so this is a 20 years old watch. Hop. So, thank you for watching. Have a good day, everybody. Bye.